Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Report. It's 9:30. It is December 23rd. Just a couple of days and Christmas is going to be here already. So we are, speaking of that, we have a good chance of actually getting a white Christmas. Snow accumulations for tomorrow. Looking up a little bit, just enough to coat the ground. You can see we've got another little clipper type system that's going to be passing by tomorrow in the morning hours, late morning hours. That high is now moving offshore. So we'll be talking about that. Obviously, we had more clouds around today. There was still sunshine, but there was a decent amount of jet chunk around in the air. Some more clouds as well. So not like yesterday. And now we're having thicker clouds moving into tonight. This is the satellite image you can see. This is with the clipper and this front here that's going to be passing through. So let's first look at our current conditions outside. You can see they even have a winter weather advisory for the Philadelphia area. Where there could be a little more snowfall over there. So let's go look at our current temperature. Still chilly out there, but not like last night. It's 21 at Islip. So it is definitely chilly. 16 at West Hampton. And let's see, 21 in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. I think there's more cloud cover there, so it's putting a lid on the radiational cooling. But let's see what everybody got down to this morning here, because a lot of single digits out there. Islip got down to 10. Shirley got down to 7. 1 in West Hampton. So even in parts of Nassau County, we had single digits. 8 in Levittown. 5 in Syosset. So a lot of single digits. And even in the city, 13 degrees. So that cold air really came in. That north wind really brought in that cold air. Even in Central Park, it got down to 13 degrees. And let's take a look now and see how New Jersey did. Not quite as cold there, oddly enough. Let's see. All right, let's see. Come on. 7 degrees in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. So did have single digits in the Pine Barrens, but I thought it would get down to near zero, but I guess there was just enough wind to keep the temperatures up a little bit. But you could see definitely on Long Island. And then if we go to the north, this is where we start seeing some below zero readings. As we go into the parts of the Hudson Valley, we have some below zero readings. Yeah, if we go no further north into the Hudson Valley, pretty chilly night overall. Highs, we're warmer today. We got that up to 27 at Islip, so upper 20s, and probably a little closer to 30 toward the city, and probably in New Jersey closer to 30. 32 actually, so it did actually hit the freezing mark in Toms River. So let's go and look at our statistics for the day. First, before we do that, there's just a light accumulating snow, so around they're saying snow accumulations of around an inch. This is for the northern areas. So let's go look at our climatological report today. A high of 27 and a low of 10 at Islip. The high was still 16 degrees below normal. The low of 10 is 18 degrees below normal. So we're still 16 degrees below normal for the day at Islip. And Central Park had a high of 28 and a low of 13, still 16 degrees below normal for the day. So let's look at the radar and show you what we have here. And you'll see this is the frontier, and you can see there's snow in western New York and rain in Ohio, though we have the cold air in place, so almost all the precipitation tomorrow should be in the form of snow. But it won't be a huge snow event. Let's not hype this up too much, but it could be like the last one we had, where we might have it coating to an inch. Well, the last one was a little bit bigger. It won't be as big as that, but a coating to an inch is definitely a possibility here as we deal with this. So this is what we have on the radar right now. So let's go and look at the models here, and you'll see this high builds in. The first high is moving out. And then we have this little, actually the GFS is just showing light rain over us. That's kind of disappointing. So GFS is a little bit warmer. That high builds in. And then for Christmas Day, we'll have a fair weather, actually. Should have sunshine with that high building in over the northeast there. And pretty decent looking high, too, I might add, though it won't be Arctic air. It'll be more like polar air, so it'll be close. Temperatures will be still chilly, but not quite as crazy as they were yesterday. So here comes this front, and you can see a little thump of snow. Here's the HRRR, so it brings a little thump of snow right around the late morning hours, probably 10, 11 o'clock. Just briefly, a brief little bit of snow, maybe a little bit of mixing over Jersey. and then the precipitation does end. If we look at the NAM, which we'll go to now, and we have the 0Z NAM, and so that will be enough to show us. So the NAM's a little more robust in the snow, but that is saying snow, and then it turns to rain. I think the GFS just has a resolution issue. I'm kind of curious why the GFS has us in the rain of the area. Let's see. So GFS has us in the. It has like a mix, but I think it's going to be mainly snow. I don't think we're going to see much mixing in our area at all. Let's take a look at the HDRPS, which actually did such a great job with the last event. And you can see, HDRPS doesn't really have, it has the precipitation kind of just being very light, and it won't last for too long either. So let's go back to the HRRR. Obviously, there's not a lot to work with this storm. It's a weak system, so there's not going to be a lot of precipitation with it. Let's go look at our dew points and wind flow to show you why this will be snow. So the dew points stay below freezing throughout the day tomorrow. So maybe they get close to the freezing mark a little later on, but it's enough to keep the precipitation as snow. Whoops, that's not the 0Z run. But either way, the dew points stay below freezing. Northwest winds, so we'll have the southwest winds, then a west wind, and then northwest, and then light north winds tomorrow night. If they light enough, there might be radiation cooling. That's going to bring the colder air kind of back into the picture a little bit on a Wednesday. The dew points drop into the back into the teens again with a north wind. Temperatures tomorrow will be in the 20s tonight, and we're probably going to be getting up to. It'll be definitely be warmer tomorrow too. So have highs getting closer to 40 degrees, I think, tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, the temperatures drop into the 20s and maybe teens if there's radiational cooling in some of the Pine Barrens areas. And then for your Christmas Day, so Christmas Eve will be nice and a nice clear night, not rainy. It'll be a nice night, cold, chilly enough. And then for Wednesday, Christmas Day, looks like it's definitely going to be on the colder side, where temperatures are going to probably looks, according to the HRRR, we're not going to get much above freezing on Christmas Day. So it's going to bring in a little more of a colder air mass, according to the HRRR anyway. GFS is more like mid-30s. I mean, I'm leaning toward mid-30s. I think the HRRR might be underdoing it a little bit. But it will be chilly, so it'll still be below normal, but not as much below normal. But with the north wind, we will definitely a nice Christmas Day, chilly, but with sunshine. So we will go to look at the total accumulated precip here, going back to the HRRR and take a look at the snowfall. Total accumulated precip, you'll see it's not really going to be much liquid equivalent at all, like a tenth of an inch or maybe 0.15, but it's not really going to add up to much snow, as you see here. That basically gives coating to around an inch, basically. So that's probably what it's going to be. This is what the HRRR has. Snowfall. This is what the NAM has. I mean, there's general agreement here. It'll be enough to give us a white Christmas, I think, because the temperatures go below freezing. Hopefully, we don't go too much above freezing tomorrow, and we'll be able to keep at least some of this snow around. So it will actually be a white Christmas this year. I think there's a good possibility of it, as long as the temperatures don't rise too much tomorrow afternoon. It depends on how much sunshine we get, obviously. So let's go look at the, speaking of that, I'll go and look at the RGM for clouds. And here is the cloud model. So plenty of clouds tomorrow, but there will be sunshine developing later on in the day, like after 2 o'clock. There could be some sunshine. And then tomorrow night, mostly clear. And then for Wednesday, we should have a mostly sunny day. So it should be a nice Christmas day, though by the evening, we may see some more of the clouds kind of come back into the picture. It does show more clouds for Thursday. But for Wednesday, it's looking good. It's looking good for your Christmas. Nice seasonal, chilly, sunny day, which is pretty much perfect for Christmas Day. We're getting perfect weather this year. So that is going to wrap up this Long Island weather report. And, yep, I'll be back tomorrow night. Though I think it'll be short videos tomorrow night and Christmas because it is a holiday. But because we are getting some interesting weather, I'll do a video. So have a good night.